start a new topic or a new unit, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to start it off by talking about this guy, which is Moses, and he's famous for parting the Red Sea, which you might have heard of before. Moses, to give you a little context in this situation, his people, the Israelites, are in slavery, and he is leading them to freedom, and in order to do that, he parts the Red Sea. And this is related to our topic today. We're going to start a new book called Harriet Tubman, Conductor on the Underground Railroad, and it's about Harriet Tubman. And she was compared to Moses because, like Moses, she freed her people from slavery. She was an abolitionist, which is a person who was part of the abolition movement. The abolition movement was a movement that took place between 1780s to 1880s, where people wanted to end slavery in America. So she freed a bunch of people from slavery and worked to ensure the rights of her people. So, today, we're going to work on identifying key details in the book. And you guys have probably done this before, it's pretty simple, but to identify something is just as simple as to find something, to pinpoint something, nothing much to it, it's really easy. So today will be nice and easy for you guys. And then key details, I would say, are important parts of a text, and they're more small pieces, like words or phrases. If you like analogies, I like to think of key details, kind of not as like big picture things. They're not the main idea, they're not the theme, they're not author's purpose, but they're like the building blocks to those things. And then once you have a bunch of them, you can determine those big picture ideas. Another way you could also think of it is like a puzzle, and it's like small puzzle pieces that lead to the big picture. Okay, and we're going to talk about that later, but we'll get to that. So, let's see. Oh, and then one other thing I wanted to go over was how we identify key details. How we identify key details can be something as simple as underlining it with a pencil or a pen, or highlighting it. You can also write it down on another piece of paper and just like quote it. Something as simple as that. So you'll just need a writing utensil for that today. But yeah, so we're going to start off. I have part of the book printed out for you guys. And I would love for you guys to start reading just the first and second paragraph. So you're going to start at news, good or bad, and then you're going to end at asked her what her name would be, though they knew that too. I'll give you like a minute and a half to read that. Reading. And then I meant to show this to you earlier, but this is a picture of the Underground Railroad, which was a secret route that had a bunch of safe houses and just the way that they would go to escape to freedom. So they would start in the South in the slave states, and they would go up to the free states or up to Canada where they would have freedom. And then that's a picture of Harriet Tubman, right? Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through those first couple paragraphs, and I'm going to walk you through what key details I chose and why they're important why I thought they were important. Just kind of explain that, and I want you to underline those key details as we're going through them together. So, yeah. The first key detail that I saw was in the third line down, towards the end of the line. It says, moving like shadows. I underlined that because it made me think, why are they moving like shadows? It made me question why did the author choose to describe it that way? And yeah, why are they moving like shadows? Are they moving like shadows because they don't want to be seen? This is secrecy. It's they're hiding. You just get this sense of kind of an atmosphere of fear going on. And that's just kind of what I noticed from that phrase. The next key detail that I saw is a line down from shadows, towards the end of the line again. I just underlined the 3 words, loud and furious. Here it's talking about the hoofbeats that are bringing the patrollers. And again, why did the author choose to describe it this way? She said loud and furious, and it made me think, if the slaves were expecting someone that they were wanting to see, maybe a family member or a loved one, those hoofbeats would maybe be described as exciting, or like they're looking forward to it, like good anticipation. But this is like a very bad anticipation. You can tell it's loud and furious. So I just thought like that negative connotation was really telling. Okay, and then the last key detail that I underlined in this section. 2 lines down from loud and furious, I underlined hunting another runaway. I underlined this detail because I believe that just the word hunting is very intense, and the fact that they're hunting a person, a runaway, it seemed to me that just really stood out, and it could confirm why they're moving like shadows, why the hoofbeats are loud and furious. There's just that atmosphere again of fear, of something's going on and it's not right. So yeah, that is what I did for the key details, and you guys are going to practice that now. So I would like you guys to read the next 2 paragraphs on your own, and while you're reading, underline what you believe to be key details, and be thinking about why are they key details, why does it make sense to you, and yeah, and then after that we're going to discuss. So just read the paragraph that starts at girls were not worth much, and it ended with the subject of freedom, just as it always did. So go ahead and do that, give you a couple minutes for that. Go ahead and finish up. All right. So now I would like you guys to do a think discuss a couple questions. One of the questions would be, how did you show that you identified the key detail? It's just a simple, it's an easy answer. Don't overthink it. And then the next one is, why does the detail you chose seem important? So just share one of your details that you chose, and then, again, why you think it seemed important. So go ahead and do that.
I'm sure one of my dogs. Yeah. Okay. Trying to take a look. I said the first one I underlined was girls will not fight as much. Pretty much just shows how there's a difference between men and women, like their work. Yes, yeah. Yeah. And I think also really another key detail was that they said the new baby girl was going to be trained as a cook, as a weaver or string, a seamstress, showing that those are important jobs and what key jobs they would want that girl to be over. She's useful. Yeah. Yeah. And then also, I think I underlined the last kind of bit where it says freedom just as it always did. And I said that how important the word freedom is, and that the connotation just as it always did shows that when there's obviously a problem because freedom is